20. Black actors who are gay. You won't believe. Then and now. 2026. What if everything you thought you knew about your favorite black Hollywood stars was only half the truth? Behind the red carpets and blockbuster roles lie untold stories of courage, identity, and silent battles against judgment and erasure. In today's video, we're revealing 20 black actors who shattered expectations and embraced their truth, some openly, others behind the scenes. You won't believe who made the list. Get ready for secrets, resilience, and raw reality. Hit that like button, subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence, and turn on the bell because the truth deserves to be seen and heard. Donnie McClurkin. Donnie McClurkin, born November 9, 1959 in South Carolina, is a multi-award-winning gospel singer, pastor, and songwriter whose voice has become synonymous with spiritual resilience. Rising to fame in the late 1990s, McClurkin captivated audiences with heartfelt anthems like We Fall Down Stand and Great Is Your Mercy. His contributions earned him numerous Grammy Awards, BET accolades, and stellar recognition, cementing his place as a revered figure in Christian music. However, behind the soaring melodies and sermons lay a deeply personal battle. As a child, McClurkin endured traumatic abuse, which he later said played a role in his internal conflict over his sexuality. Raised in a conservative Pentecostal household, he long believed that same-sex attraction clashed with his religious upbringing. For decades, McClurkin denied being gay, publicly stating he had been delivered from homosexuality, an assertion that drew significant criticism from LGBTQ+ advocates and mixed reactions from the church. His story took a surprising turn when he acknowledged having had a romantic relationship with a man in the past. Still, McClurkin maintained that he chose to live as a heterosexual, citing his devotion to Scripture and faith as his guiding principles. This decision reignited debates about conversion therapy, spiritual suppression, and the mental toll such ideologies impose on individuals grappling with identity. Today, McClurkin continues to preach and perform, often addressing his past, in sermons that explore forgiveness, healing, and spiritual growth. While he remains a polarizing figure seen by some as an example of transformation and by others as a symbol of internalized conflict, his openness has undeniably sparked essential conversations within both faith-based and LGBTQ+ communities. In the end, Donnie McClurkin's legacy is one of complexity, influence, and the intersection of personal truth and public responsibility. Jamie Foxx. Born Eric Marlon Bishop on December 13, 1967 in Terrell, Texas. Jamie Foxx is a true entertainment powerhouse. From his early comedic roots on In Living Color to his Academy Award-winning portrayal of Ray Charles in Ray 2004, Foxx has built an empire across film, music, and television. He's also a Grammy-winning singer with chart-topping hits like Blame It, further solidifying his cross-genre dominance. Despite a stellar career, Foxx's private life has been the subject of persistent speculation, particularly regarding his sexuality. While he has never publicly identified as gay or bisexual, rumors have followed him for years. In 2024, Suge Knight made a controversial claim that Foxx had a romantic relationship with actor Tyron Turner. Turner swiftly denied the allegation, insisting they were longtime friends and collaborators. This fueled tabloid frenzy but did little to change Foxx's famously private demeanor. Foxx has been romantically linked to high-profile women, most notably actress Katie Holmes, though he rarely discusses relationships publicly. He continues to evade direct commentary on personal matters, preferring instead to focus on his work and philanthropy. His discretion has not stopped ongoing curiosity, particularly within discussions about the pressures black men face when navigating masculinity, fame, and identity in Hollywood. Beyond gossip, Foxx remains an inspirational figure. His versatility, emotional depth, and cultural impact are undeniable. He's portrayed real-life legends, recorded gold-certified albums, and even mentored young talent behind the scenes. Whether or not the speculation holds truth, Jamie Foxx's commitment to his craft speaks volumes louder than rumors. In a world that demands labels, Fox's silence serves as a defiant reminder that personal truth doesn't owe public explanation, and legacy is measured by impact, not tabloid headlines. Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes, born March 7, 1964 in Portsmouth, Virginia, is more than a comedian. She's a revolutionary voice in American entertainment. Starting out as a writer for The Chris Rock Show, she quickly made her mark with an Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing in 1999. Her fearless wit and razor-sharp commentary led to roles in Curb Your Enthusiasm, Monster-in-Law, and Blackish, establishing her as one of the industry's most respected comedic talents. Sykes' legacy extends far beyond the stage or screen. In 2008, at the age of 44, she publicly came out as a lesbian during a rally supporting same-sex marriage in Las Vegas. This pivotal moment made her one of the few black female celebrities at the time to speak openly about her sexuality. Her coming out wasn't just personal, it was political. It inspired visibility and sparked dialogue around intersectional identity within both the Black and LGBTQ+ communities. That same year, she married Alex Nidbalski, a French woman, and in 2009, they welcomed twins. Balancing motherhood with a demanding career, Sykes has used her platform to challenge discriminatory policies and advocate for equality. Her activism is woven into her stand-up, which often explores issues like race, gender, sexuality, and parenting with equal parts humor and insight. Through courage and authenticity, Wanda Sykes has transformed public perceptions of queer identity and female comedy. She refuses to be boxed in, whether as a woman, a lesbian, or a performer of color. Her voice is not only a source of laughter, but also a beacon for those seeking representation and truth in a world that often silences both. In every punchline, she reminds audiences that being yourself is the boldest act of comedy and life. Marsai Martin. Marsai Martin, born on August 14, 2004 in Plano, Texas, is a trailblazing actress, producer, and activist who shattered records before reaching adulthood. She rose to national prominence portraying Diane Johnson on ABC's Blackish, captivating audiences with her wit, intelligence, and comedic timing. But Marsai didn't stop at acting at just 14 years old. She made history as the youngest executive producer in Hollywood with the release of Little 2019, a project she not only starred in, but helped bring to life. Despite her growing influence in the entertainment world, Marsai has faced invasive speculation regarding her personal life, particularly around her sexual orientation. Social media users and gossip blogs have circulated unconfirmed assumptions about whether she identifies as gay or queer. However, Marsai has chosen not to respond directly to these claims, instead emphasizing the importance of personal privacy and healthy boundaries, especially for young people in the spotlight. While she's remained private, her public stance on LGBTQ+ rights is anything but silent. Marsai has voiced strong support for inclusivity and equality, using her platform to elevate marginalized communities and encourage acceptance. She often speaks out against bullying, toxic stereotypes, and social pressures that aim to silence individuality. Marsai Martin's significance lies in her dual impact as a cultural figurehead for Gen Z, and as a young black woman redefining success on her own terms. Whether she's championing diversity in storytelling or encouraging others to be unapologetically themselves, her legacy is already taking shape. She embodies the message that you don't have to explain your identity to the world to make a difference, you simply need to lead by example. Brandon Kyle Goodman. Brandon Kyle Goodman, an actor, writer, and outspoken advocate, has emerged as one of the most compelling queer voices in modern entertainment. Born and raised in Queens, New York, in a religious and often repressive environment, Goodman grappled with the tension between faith and identity from an early age. Coming out as gay marked not just a personal milestone, but a public declaration of self-acceptance and defiance against societal expectations. He gained wide recognition for voicing Walter in Netflix's animated hit Big Mouth, a character celebrated for bringing depth and humor to queer representation. Yet Goodman's impact extends beyond voice acting. As a writer for Big Mouth and other projects, he has used storytelling to dismantle stigma, and explore the complex intersections of blackness and queerness. His 2022 memoir, You Gotta Be You, became a blueprint for self-love, chronicling his journey from shame to empowerment. Goodman doesn't shy away from vulnerability. On social media, he frequently shares emotional reflections on race, gender, love, and healing. His posts resonate with thousands, offering safe space and solidarity to those navigating similar struggles. He has also been a vocal supporter of Black Lives Matter, often tying racial justice to LGBTQ+ liberation. What sets Goodman apart is his unwavering commitment to authenticity. Whether he's writing essays, acting in television, or speaking at public events, his message is consistent. Living your truth is not just brave, it's transformative. In an industry that often favors conformity, Brandon Kyle Goodman stands as proof that truth-telling can be revolutionary. His career is not just entertainment. It's activism in motion, challenging norms and uplifting those too often left out of the narrative. Tika Sumpter. Tika Sumpter, born on June 20, 1980 in Queens, New York, has built a remarkable career rooted in talent, determination, and quiet strength. Beginning as a model and television host, she first captured attention with her breakout role as Layla Williamson on One Life to Live. She later transitioned seamlessly into film, starring in major projects like Ride Along Sparkle and her critically acclaimed portrayal of Michelle Obama in South Side with You. Despite her success, Sumpter's personal life has often been subjected to public speculation, particularly regarding her sexuality. Gossip columns and online forums have questioned her orientation, though Sumpter has consistently chosen not to engage with the rumors. Instead, she has focused on what truly matters to her craft, her family, and her personal peace. In 2016, she welcomed a daughter, Ella Loren, with actor Nicholas James, whom she later married in 2022. Together, they've kept a low profile, prioritizing a healthy and grounded family life away from the relentless glare of the spotlight. Sumpter's refusal to let public curiosity dictate her narrative has made her a quiet icon of self-respect and intentional living. She continues to inspire other women, particularly women of color, to define success on their own terms, protect their boundaries, and invest in what brings joy. Whether on-screen or off, Tika Sumpter exemplifies the strength that comes from inner clarity and the courage to live authentically, even when it means saying nothing at all. Colman Domingo. Colman Domingo, born April 28, 1969, in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania has become one of Hollywood's most powerful voices in storytelling, both as an actor and as an openly gay Black man. Known for his commanding performances, Domingo has delivered unforgettable roles in Fear the Walking Dead, If Beale Street Could Talk, and most notably Euphoria, where his portrayal of Ollie earned him an Emmy nomination. Raised in a working-class household, Domingo initially studied journalism at Temple University before pivoting to theater, where he quickly made his mark with plays like A Boy and His Soul and Passing Strange. His journey to the screen was not paved with shortcuts, but with tireless dedication, vulnerability, and authenticity. As a gay man in a historically homophobic and racially biased industry, Domingo had to overcome more than just casting barriers. He had to shatter silence. In his personal life, Domingo found love in the most unexpected place, a Walgreens store in Berkeley, California. After a missed connection, he and Raul Domingo reunited through a Craigslist ad, eventually marrying in 2014. Their enduring partnership is a rare and beautiful testament to love that defies odds and convention. Beyond acting, Domingo is also a director currently developing a film about Nat King Cole. He's an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility, especially for queer men of color, and frequently uses his platform to uplift marginalized voices in entertainment. His legacy is one of bold visibility and transformative artistry. Colman Domingo doesn't just perform roles, he opens doors, breaks molds, and makes it easier for the next generation to live and love without fear. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, born September 13, 1969 in New Orleans. Louisiana is one of the most influential filmmakers and studio owners of the 21st century. Best known for creating the Madea franchise, a wildly successful series of films, plays, and television shows, Perry has built an empire that blends comedy, faith, and cultural critique. His impact is monumental. He's written and produced dozens of projects, launched careers, and in 2019 became the first black man to own a major film studio outright, Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. However, with fame came persistent speculation, particularly surrounding his sexuality. For years, rumors have circulated about Perry being gay, often stemming from his gender-bending portrayal of the outspoken matriarch Madea and his close relationships with openly gay men. Despite the gossip, Perry has consistently chosen to keep his private life off the record. In interviews, he's expressed that his sexuality is irrelevant to the work he does and the people he aims to uplift. What's clear is that Perry's legacy isn't built on public approval, it's built on self-determination. He carved his own path in an industry that historically excluded black creators from ownership, control, and wealth. From humble beginnings, including a period of homelessness, Perry transformed pain into power. His life's work now includes philanthropic efforts, housing development, and employing hundreds through his Atlanta studio complex. Whether or not he ever addresses public curiosity, Tyler Perry remains a symbol of resilience, vision, and success on his own terms. He's proof that personal privacy can coexist with professional transparency and that true empowerment comes from creating your own stage, not just performing on someone else's. Karamo Brown. Karamo Brown, born in 1980 in Houston, Texas, made television history in 2004 as the first openly gay black man cast on reality TV, appearing on The Real World Philadelphia. That breakthrough moment was just the beginning. He went on to become a household name as the culture expert on Netflix's Queer Eye, where he's helped transform lives through emotional insight, active listening, and authentic compassion. Brown's path to self-acceptance wasn't easy. Raised in a deeply religious and conservative household, he came out as gay at 15, an act of defiance that forced him to confront stigma both in and outside his community. Over the years, he's used his personal story to help others navigate shame, identity, and healing. His 2019 memoir, Karamo: My Story of Embracing Purpose, Healing, and Hope, dives deep into the emotional terrain of growing up black and gay in America. What makes Karamo's voice unique is his focus on inner growth and mental health, especially for LGBTQ+ youth and men of color. He co-authored the children's book, I Am Perfectly Designed, with his son, championing messages of self-love, family, and inclusion from an early age. On Queer Eye, his segments often transcend makeovers, dealing with generational trauma, reconciliation, and emotional resilience. Beyond television, Karamo is an activist, speaker, and host who uses his platform to promote diversity, equity, and mental well-being. His presence in media is more than representation, it's transformation. Karamo Brown doesn't just challenge stereotypes, he redefines them with grace, intellect, and empathy. In doing so, he proves that visibility isn't just about being seen, it's about being understood. Daryl Stevens. Daryl Stevens, born March 7, 1974 in Pasadena, California, became a trailblazer in queer television history, with his groundbreaking role as Noah Nicholson in Noah's Ark, the first American TV series to center on the lives of black gay men. Premiering in 2005 on Logo TV, the show tackled issues like love, HIV/AIDS, and identity with rare honesty. Stevens' portrayal of Noah, a sensitive, stylish screenwriter navigating romance and self-discovery, instantly resonated with audiences and helped shatter stereotypes about black masculinity and queerness. Before acting, Stevens studied sociology and ethnic studies at UC Berkeley, an academic foundation that informed his later work. In addition to acting, he's also an accomplished writer. His 2011 novel Shortcomings and subsequent essays explore the complexities of modern relationships, race, and sexuality from a deeply introspective lens. Stevens continued to challenge Hollywood's limitations through recurring roles in series like B Positive 20s and Lovecraft Country, where he brought nuance to underrepresented perspectives. He has never shied away from speaking candidly about the barriers faced by LGBTQ+ actors of color, frequently advocating for broader, more inclusive storytelling. His contributions extend beyond performance. Through activism and authorship, Stevens has become a guiding light for those seeking authenticity in industries that often silence it. His career is a testament to creative freedom and the importance of visibility, especially for those too often relegated to the margins. With grace and determination, Darryl Stevens has not only opened doors, he's held them open for the next generation. Michael K. Williams. Not to be confused with the late actor of the same name, Michael K. Williams, a rising star in theater and music, has emerged as a dynamic presence on stage. Born in Florida, Williams developed his love for performance through the church where his powerful voice first caught attention. Classically trained, he carved out a unique artistic identity, blending gospel soul and Broadway influences into a stirring performance style that connects deeply with audiences. Williams gained national recognition for his role in Motown the Musical on Broadway, where his commanding stage presence and vocal ability earned widespread praise. His performances honor the richness of Black musical heritage while carving space for new interpretations. Offstage, Williams has become a proud advocate for LGBTQ+ youth, sharing his personal journey as a gay Black man navigating a conservative upbringing. Coming out was a transformative step. Initially burdened by shame due to religious and societal expectations, Williams ultimately embraced his identity with pride and purpose. His transparency has inspired many, particularly those in the arts who struggle with similar conflicts. His message focuses on self-worth, empowerment, and mental wellness topics often neglected within the Black community. Beyond theater, Williams has also recorded original music and performed at national venues using his voice to uplift and educate. His lyrics often center on love, healing, and resilience, echoing his own journey toward wholeness. As a performer, advocate, and role model, Michael K. Williams proves that storytelling doesn't stop at the script. It lives in every note, every word, and every step toward self-acceptance. Jared Carmichael. Jared Carmichael, born April 6, 1987 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, is a comedian, writer, and actor whose career is defined by raw honesty and razor-sharp introspection. Raised in a working-class, deeply religious family, Carmichael used humor as both a survival tool and a form of rebellion. After moving to Los Angeles at 20 and enduring homelessness while chasing his dreams, he eventually made his breakthrough with The Carmichael Show, 2015-2017. The NBC sitcom boldly tackled taboo subjects such as racism, police brutality, and gender identity, rare for primetime television. However, it was his 2022 HBO special Rothaniel that marked his most vulnerable and transformative moment. On stage, he came out as gay to the world and shared the emotional cost of hiding his truth, including the heartbreaking estrangement from his mother. With gentle yet unwavering candor, Carmichael exposed the pain of living a double life, particularly as a Black man in a culture where queerness is often suppressed. The special received widespread acclaim not just for its bravery, but for its artistry. Carmichael's unique blend of melancholy and humor invites audiences to laugh, cry, and question societal norms. His comedic voice isn't about punchlines, it's about pulling back layers to reveal what's real. Since then, Carmichael has continued to redefine what comedy can be: a space for healing, reckoning, and transformation. His work invites uncomfortable conversations, challenging both his audience and the industry to confront prejudice, vulnerability, and self-deception. With each project, Jared Carmichael stands as a beacon for truth-telling in a world that often rewards silence. Jaboukie Young White. Jaboukie Young White, born in Chicago to Jamaican immigrant parents, is a multi-talented comedian, actor, and writer who has rapidly emerged as one of Gen Z's most fearless voices. With his bold presence and irreverent humor, he's become known for tackling race, queerness, and identity through a lens that's both subversively funny and emotionally intelligent. After gaining a following on social media for his offbeat and thought-provoking jokes, Jaboukie broke into the mainstream as a correspondent on The Daily Show, making history as one of the first openly gay Black correspondents on late-night television. His segments stood out for their unapologetic focus on intersectionality, exploring everything from police brutality to queer visibility with a style that balanced satire and truth. As a writer, Jaboukie has contributed to shows like Big Mouth and American Vandal, helping shape a new generation of content that speaks directly to the lived experiences of marginalized youth. He also lent his voice to Disney's Strange World 2022, portraying the studio's first openly gay animated lead, a groundbreaking moment in children's media. His comedic material often centers on the absurdity of modern life, while also skewering the real struggles of growing up queer and Black in America. Never one to conform, Jaboukie often blurs boundaries between comedy activism and performance art, creating a space where authenticity thrives. What makes Jaboukie's impact so potent is not just his talent, but his refusal to be boxed in. He's not here to make queerness palatable, he's here to make it visible, nuanced, and powerful. In a world that often marginalizes multiple identities, Jaboukie Young White reminds us that the most radical thing you can do is show up as yourself loudly and without apology. Nathan Lee Graham. Nathan Lee Graham, born in St. Louis, Missouri, is a dynamic force across stage and screen whose career radiates sophistication, flair, and fearless authenticity. With degrees in music and theater, Graham honed his skills early on, eventually landing on the Broadway stage with standout roles in The Wild Party and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. His theatrical performances have consistently showcased his powerful voice, commanding presence, and unique charisma qualities that have made him a beloved figure in musical theater. Graham is perhaps most recognizable to film audiences for his memorable turn as Todd, the fashion-obsessed assistant in the cult classic Zoolander, as well as his role in Sweet Home Alabama. But it's his work in theater where he truly thrives, earning a Grammy Award for his contributions to the producers, cast recording, and earning praise for elevating the portrayal of queer Black characters with dignity and flair. Openly gay since the beginning of his career, Graham has long been a visible advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, particularly in spaces where queer people of color have been historically underrepresented. His refined style and unapologetic presence have challenged mainstream notions of masculinity and redefined what it means to be both openly gay and unapologetically fabulous in entertainment. Beyond performance, he uses his platform to support inclusivity, visibility, and artistic integrity. Nathan Lee Graham is more than an entertainer. He's an embodiment of excellence and self-assurance. With every performance, he proves that elegance, eccentricity, and activism can coexist beautifully, leaving an indelible mark on both the stage and the broader conversation around representation. Kevin Aviance. Kevin Aviance, born in Richmond, Virginia, is a legendary figure in New York City's underground drag and ballroom scenes. Known for his dramatic performances, fierce fashion, and powerful presence, Aviance became a staple of queer nightlife in the 1990s and early 2000s. As a member of the House of Aviance, one of the most revered ballroom houses, he helped define an era of avant-garde performance art rooted in LGBTQ+ self-expression and community survival. With hits like Cunty Rhythm Is My Bitch and Din Da Da, Aviance became a fixture in dance clubs around the world. His electrifying blend of music and performance art challenged gender norms and uplifted queer culture at a time when mainstream visibility for LGBTQ+ people, especially Black drag performers, was rare. His style, a fusion of androgyny, fashion, and theatricality, set a standard that inspired generations of artists and performers. In 2006, Aviance survived a brutal hate crime attack in New York City, a moment that could have ended his career. Instead, he returned to the stage with renewed purpose and strength, using his platform to speak out against violence and bigotry. His comeback was a powerful testament to resilience, community, and the healing force of art. Today, Kevin Aviance remains a revered icon not only in the LGBTQ+ community, but in pop culture history. His influence can be felt in mainstream music, drag performance, and queer fashion. More than a performer, he is a survivor and a symbol of power, showing that through adversity, art can thrive, and authenticity can transform pain into triumph. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson, born December 30th, 1978 in Watts, California, rose to fame in the late 1990s as a smooth R&B crooner with hits like Sweet Lady and How You Gonna Act Like That. His transition into film was equally successful with memorable roles in Baby Boy, the Fast and Furious franchise, and Transformers. Known for his emotionally expressive persona and spiritual reflections, Tyrese built a brand on vulnerability and masculinity wrapped in sensitivity. However, it's that openness that has often sparked rumors about his sexuality. His candid social media posts, tearful interviews, and emotional public statements have led some to question whether his sensitivity hinted at something more. While speculation has swirled for years, Tyrese has firmly denied being gay, reiterating that his emotional expression is rooted in trauma, fatherhood, and healing, not sexual identity. What sets Tyrese apart is his willingness to discuss topics many men avoid: mental health, heartbreak, and the pain of divorce. He's been vocal about the emotional toll of his public custody battles and has consistently urged Black men to embrace therapy and faith. In a culture that often equates stoicism with strength, Tyrese challenges outdated notions of masculinity. Though he remains a polarizing figure, both celebrated for his artistry and critiqued for his emotional transparency, Tyrese continues to evolve. Whether singing about love, acting in blockbuster films, or sharing his personal struggles, he remains unapologetically himself. His story isn't about hidden sexuality. It's about the cost of being vulnerable in a world that too often mistakes softness for weakness. Jeffrey Bowyer Chapman. Jeffrey Bowyer Chapman, born October 21, 1984 in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, has built a career rooted in challenging stereotypes and reclaiming self-worth. Growing up as a multiracial gay man in a predominantly white conservative town, Bowyer Chapman's early life was shaped by isolation and a search for belonging. That struggle eventually became the foundation for a career grounded in authenticity and advocacy. He gained prominence with his role as Jay in Unreal 2015 to 2018, portraying a gay reality TV producer navigating the cutthroat world of unscripted television. His character was complex and emotionally rich, reflecting the layered reality of queer Black men in professional spaces. In 2020, he became a judge on Canada's Drag Race, a milestone for LGBTQ+ visibility, though his time on the show was marred by racist and homophobic backlash. He later revealed the toll that online abuse took on his mental health, further emphasizing the double burden faced by queer people of color in the public eye. Bowyer Chapman has consistently used his platform to speak about the importance of representation, self-love, and mental well-being. He's an advocate for living openly and truthfully, encouraging others to reject shame and embrace their full identity. Despite the challenges, he remains a powerful symbol of resilience. Today, Bowyer Chapman stands tall as an actor, model, and voice for change. His journey from small-town outsider to global LGBTQ+ role model proves that embracing one's truth, even when it comes with pain, is the most radical and healing act of all. Jeremy Pope. Jeremy Pope, born July 9, 1992 in Orlando, Florida, is a force of nature in both theater and screen. With an ethereal voice and magnetic stage presence, Pope made Broadway history in 2019 as one of the rare actors to earn 2 Tony Award nominations in the same year, one for Choir Boy and another for Ain't Too Proud: The Life and Times of the Temptations. His explosive talent and emotional depth set him apart as one of the most compelling performers of his generation. In 2020, Pope brought his talents to Netflix's Hollywood, portraying Archie Coleman, a Black gay screenwriter in 1940s Los Angeles, navigating racism and homophobia in the entertainment industry. The role was a reflection of Pope's own experiences and became a breakthrough moment, earning him a Golden Globe nomination and critical acclaim for his nuanced portrayal of intersectional identity. Pope has spoken candidly about the challenges of being openly gay and Black in Hollywood, noting the limited roles and biased expectations often placed on actors like him. But instead of conforming, he's carved out his own path, blending artistic excellence with fearless representation. Whether on Broadway or in front of the camera, he brings complexity and authenticity to every role. Beyond acting Pope is a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and racial justice. He uses his platform to uplift voices that are too often silenced and encourages others to live boldly. His journey is a masterclass in perseverance and grace, a reminder that true artistry isn't just about talent, but about the courage to tell your own story without compromise. At the end of the day, the personal journeys of these 20 Black actors remind us that identity is not a scandal. It's a story of strength. Whether they chose to speak out or maintain their privacy, each individual has contributed to breaking barriers in their own way. The conversation shouldn't be about who's in or out, but about honoring authenticity in all forms. At Legends of Black Excellence, we celebrate truth, resilience, and representation. Do you believe Hollywood is finally ready to embrace the full spectrum of Black identity? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.